It's day 13 of my 30-day Kingdom Hearts challenge, and today the prompt is, who is my favorite Organization 13 member? So, I get it, day 13 or Organization 13. It's kind of like they designed it that way. Anyway, so my favorite Organization 13 member. Okay, well, I mean, Organization 13 has their membership, every member of Organization 13 is different. And it makes for a great cast of villains. And it's hard to pick one, and like there's so many good characters in there. Zigbar is one that is one of them that I like. He's the sniper, I believe. Zigbar is the sniper. I mentioned yesterday about Zaldin, or 2 days ago I mentioned about Zaldin. Demix was also one. I like Demix. But my favorite Organization 13 member, and this is going to sound like a cop-out answer because he's probably the one that's the most known. He's probably everyone's favorite Organization 13 member. It's Axel. Now, I don't know anything about the organization's backstories. I haven't played Birth by Sleep. I know that's where they're explored. So, like I said, I don't know anything about Axel before he was Axel. So, but from everything that you know about him from the games, I mean, he's the one that he's the only organization member that in his death scene, like, you actually feel sorry for the character. I can't say that in any other scene. Like, Axel's death is the hardest one emotionally in Kingdom Hearts 2. Because, I mean, he's the recurring character throughout the whole game. And he was in Chain of Memories, blah. He was in Chain of Memories also, but he wasn't I guess he was a main antagonist, sort of antagonist. It's been so long since I've played that game, I'm going to replay it again fairly soon. But, yeah. But yeah, in Kingdom Hearts 2, he's the first organization member you meet when you play as Roxas. You know, he invades the simulation in Twilight Town, and he's there. You know, he's trying to break Roxas out. And then from that point on, he's the one that you interact with, you know, one-on-one. Like, all the other organization members are just kind of there. You know, they make their threat and then they disappear until you fight them. Axel, you know, pops in and out randomly throughout the story. Like, not just in, you know, not in a, like, you know, make the threat and then disappear into darkness kind of thing, but as you know, he progresses the story. Like, he's the one that goes to Destiny Islands and kidnaps Kairi. He's the one that, you know, he's the one that confronts Sora and, you know, calls him Roxas to try to, you know. And that's one of the reasons why I like Axel, is that he, despite not having a heart, which is, you know, the whole thing with Organization 13 is that they're nobodies. They don't have hearts. They're the empty shells that are left over. He's the one that embodies the idea that, I mean, I can't remember who it was. I think it was, I want to say it was Sykes. Sykes? I don't remember. I don't know how to pronounce it. I think he's the one that mentioned that, like, or no, maybe it was Axel. When Sora mentions, how do you feel anything, you don't have a heart, and he says, but I remember what it was like to have one. And that's why Axel, more than any of the other ones, it's, I'm trying to think of the right word to use here. It's kind of devastating. Like, his backstory, as far as you know in, you know, Kingdom Hearts 2, it's devastating because he remembers feeling, but he can't anymore. And I think that's why his relationship with Roxas was so important, was because he had a friend. He had someone who, not just, the words, like someone who can let him feel like he did before he became a nobody. And that's what, that's why his relationship with Roxas was important. And when he lost Roxas, that's why he turned, that's why he started going against the organization. That's why he went and kidnapped Kyrie. That's why, the whole chain of events that led to Sora eventually fighting him in, the tunnel of darkness, whatever, between, Twilight Town and the world that never was. So, yeah. So that's my favorite Organization 13 member. Tomorrow, for day 14, is my favorite Keyblade wielder. Which, yeah, you can probably guess who it is, because I've mentioned him a few times already. So, yeah, I'll see you tomorrow.